Alright, looks like we're live. Do a little sound check, make sure everything looks like it's good. Oh, actually, nope, I think I accidentally pulled out the mic, or the earbud. There we go. Now I can hear myself. Well, now I can hear the game. Okay. Alright, sorry, starting off with some technical difficulties. Okay, so we're going to continue playing some Minecraft tonight, keep working on the advancements, and just have some fun playing Minecraft. It's Father's Day, so part of my present to myself is just to relax and have fun and play some Minecraft, and hopefully get somebody joining me on this and have a little chance to chat with somebody while I'm playing Minecraft. If not, I just get to have my office door closed, no interruptions. I get to play Minecraft for an hour and a half by myself and just enjoy it. So this is going to be fun. I just finished up a live stream for my main channel where I was doing a cooking chat, and I'm doing kind of like a garden table, so stuff I'm growing as I'm developing my skills with the gardening, prepping myself for being a farmer in less than 3 years. Counting down the days, and I'm at like 880 so days, so it's going by quickly. I have a lot to learn. So with that one, I'm cooking the stuff that I'm growing in the garden. So tonight, since I don't really have a whole lot of harvest yet because it's still kind of early in the season, I have a lot of things growing, but nothing's ready yet for me to cook. So I made kale smoothies. So yeah, we'll move the camera there so you can see them. I don't know, we won't show them. But here we go. We got this one's like a banana berry smoothie. This one is a classic green smoothie. So this one's like a banana and peanut butter. And then this kale smoothie is peaches and oats, which is actually pretty good. So while I'm doing my live stream tonight, I will be drinking the results of my my previous cooking chat live stream. So I get to enjoy those. Let me check and see that one is there. Yep, that one is started. Let me go ahead. Yep, sound check. Looks good. Yep, sound check's good. All right. So let's set that over there where I can see it so I know that it didn't go anywhere. And it might actually make me notice when somebody puts something in chat if anybody joins this one. So yeah, for now, I've at least got me as a viewer. So going to have fun with that. Okay, so let's get started. Let's change focus to the Minecraft. And then I'm learning the OBS stuff. So then I change my view there. And then once I go back to the Minecraft, it should load that up as the scene you see behind us. There we go. Okay, so this is continuing in my advancements here. We were focused on trying to get the diamonds last time, trying to acquire diamonds with no success yet. Sad, usually you can find diamonds pretty quickly playing Minecraft. Because I'm in a live stream, I guess I'm having issues getting some diamonds. But once I have that, it'll be getting our diamond armor and setting up some enchanting. So that's the kind of the goal that I'm still wanting to shoot for tonight. Kind of got distracted last time with trying to do some filling in this map. So I'd like to also try to fill in more of that map tonight if I can. So I'm thinking I'll start with, well, first I'm going to drink some smoothie. Didn't know I was a fan of kale smoothies, but now that I'm growing the kale and making my own smoothies, that's actually really good. Alright, so I'm going to stay hydrated tonight. I was doing sodas before and complaining that I did a 5-hour live stream and didn't have enough sodas. So now I've got plenty to drink here. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, so let's check our inventory, see, I don't remember if we cleaned up after ourselves when we got back. Yeah, I did check the previous live stream and noticed that it did lose a little bit, but nothing really major. Lost my boots. I still need to make some boots real quick. I'm just going to empty these bags before we head out. I lost the 2 buried treasure maps, but we'd already gotten those treasure, and both of those were the same thing. Seems like that's giving me a lot in that one. Okay, let's go ahead and just put some things away here. We'll go ahead and get rid of those. Got some prismarine, which is actually kind of cool. I think I had my string in there. Cooked cod. I'm going to hold on to the food and try to get that group together. Let's see what else is in the bag. Ooh, we got a golden apple. I think I'll put that over here in my good stuff chest with the gold column. Let's see, got some pumpkin seeds. Add those there. Got some melon seeds. And I'm looking forward to doing the garden. Like I said, whole point of me doing YouTube this year is because I'm learning to be a farmer. So there will definitely be farming in this series at some point. I'm planning to do some major farming stuff in this game. But I have to get there first. I'm not there yet. I gotta get some basics done before I decide where I want to move. I know I'm gonna set up a nice base somewhere, but I don't know where that will be just yet. Actually, let me hold on to 4 of those. Make some new boots. Let's see, we're gonna put our food into this top bag. So add that there to make a couple spaces. Go ahead and add our bread in there. That'll probably be our main food. And we can add that one to that bag. And let's see, what else have we got? Got some raw beef. So I'll put that over here and we'll cook that later because I got some raw fish as well. Got some potatoes. Yeah, I was looking at my, yeah, I did a lot today with my Amish potato towers. I talked about those in the previous live stream. So today I did an update on that. We got that all recorded. So that'll go live on my Evergreen Growth Journey channel. It'll probably be a little bit before that one goes live. I have a bunch of other stuff that'll go live before that one. I don't think I had leather anywhere yet. Leather seems like it would go in this one. But yeah, the potato towers that I had, I did an update on those today where I added a layer to it. So I added compost and straw. So now my potatoes have another layer where they can have stolons that produce more potatoes. So at the end, this is like a 3-foot diameter like garden fence, like a 2x3 wire fence, about 3 foot tall. And you just add layers all through the season, and each layer is going to start producing potatoes because it kind of like it branches out from the stem at that level once it has the soil and starts producing more potatoes. So the goal is by the end of the season, once all my potatoes are grown and I go to harvest, the whole thing, 3 foot in diameter, 3 foot tall, is going to be just packed full of potatoes. So I'm doing 3 towers of that. So I should produce a lot of potatoes this year, but I don't know yet. First time doing it, so I have no clue. But I think it's going to be just an amazing experience going through it, adding to it, not knowing what I'm going to get. And then at the end, I get to share the results because I have a YouTube channel and I get to share with everybody what I produced in my garden. That's going to be awesome. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And then this is a nice treasure. We got that Heart of the Sea. So once we set up a base, I'll probably have something where I'm going to need that at some point. I was looking, having that water breathing, and there's some really cool XP farms that you can set up that deal with like an ocean monument and different things. So I may do those at some point as well. And they're just fun to clear. Gonna drink some more of my kale smoothies. Yummy. All right. So I think that's got my bags emptied. Oh yeah, that was one thing I was looking. I did have a 4th bag, and that's the one that had the 2 treasure maps and a couple of other just like random things. I think it was like string and zombie flesh, that type of stuff. Nothing worth worrying about. Okay. So that's gonna be our food bag, and then this one will be our. Well, I had one that was kind of my adventuring bag, where I had. How much space does that take? Yeah, where I had those types of supplies. So chest and crafting table and a forge, just so I can have that with me when I go out. Go ahead and put extra tools there. Say I only need 1 bed to go with me. Need to make another pair of boots. Usually keep some kind of stacking block for being able to go. Usually dirt's easier because you can just pick it right back up. And I don't need all of my coal, so I'm going to leave some of my coal behind here too. Especially since I have a stack of 64 torches already. Yeah, I think I had a couple of torches in that other bin as well. So, and we'll toss that. So I got spun around. Okay, we'll toss that in there. Okay, let's make a pair of boots. Figure out where I'm going to put those tracks? I need to put those somewhere. There we go. We're fully armored. Well, we have leather, but we're fully armored. And we'll just add those there. Okay, and then we have our map in that hand, but we have our shield ready to put that. Oh, but we're carrying both maps. We do not want to carry both maps with us. We'll set that one next to our emeralds. Okay, so if we die again, we can use that one to get back to where we died. Okay, do I have a boat? No, I left the boat over where I got back. So I think that's where I would like to start, is we were exploring the map to try to find a good place to get some diamond. Or just to explore the map and try to figure out a place to start a base, and then we can look for diamond once we have a base. Enjoying that smoothie. Alright. Goodbye, kitty. Yep, if anybody watches, then yeah, feel free to name the cat. Put a name in chat for me. Oh, that's almost full. That's cool. Alright, so we're heading over to the edge of town. There's my boat. Let's double check that chest, see if I need to empty more out. See, we had that one. Did we find this one, or is that a duplicate? No, we have not found that one. Okay, so that's one that we can look for while we're out. See, we had an extra shield. Yeah, I should probably get rid of all this. Let's free that up so we have more space. I definitely want to save some of those books. So yeah, we'll make a trip back to the house. Go ahead and clear some of this out. Yeah, we definitely want to trade that. Okay. Well, let's see. We can put that into our food bundle. Hold on to that. Yeah, we can put this into here, and that'll get us pretty much everything back to our base. And I'm pretty sure those will not go in, but I can probably put that somewhere. What else is small and will go into a bag? That's in our travel bag. Here we go. Alright, we emptied everything. Just in time for the rain. Okay, let's go dump all this off. Probably be close to night by then. We will sleep. Hopefully that stops the rain, and then we can travel. Thinking we'll head and stick to the coastline. Fill in a lot of that center part of the map to figure out what's ocean and what's not. Okay, now where do we put all this stuff? This is most of my... Well, I think I have a... Yep, I already have some of that started, so we'll kind of work that down. That one's there. Yeah, please forgive my having to organize everything. We'll keep about that much. Okay, that's an extra shield, and that's... I think that's everything there. Yep. There's things we might be able to put in that one. I'm not sure what that one's going to be yet. Alright, so we need to take those out of there. And the feather. More iron. Iron nugs. More emeralds. More lapis. And paper. Okay, so that cleared out a good bit. We'll go find the treasure later when we get to that part of the map. And that'll be good food for the trip. Okay, yep, it's just putting everything away. Okay, well, let's keep those there. We'll go ahead and add that since it's kind of related. Let's see, we got food, we got our mushroom, and we'll just add our feather. So one from the cat, and then one from our adventure. Okay, and then here we can put dynamite. I'm thinking this one we'll put our spear and our backup shield. And we'll go ahead and put that because we're going to want to enchant at some point, and we're going to need the books. Alright, is that everything ready to go? Oh, our big supply of hay. So we will set that over here next to our emeralds because that's going to end up being emeralds at some point. We'll trade with the farmers. Okay, I think we're pretty set here. Ready to go do some exploring. Don't need all that with me. That's a bit much. Alright, kitty. Actually, I want to try this. I'm going to let you walk again. Or I'm going to try to. There you go. I want to see if you sleep on my belly again. That was really cool. You do. That is so sweet. My cat does that in real life. I have a cat that just... I'm their favorite person, so the cat sleeps under my arm. She will nuzzle until she can get under the covers under my arm, and she is content. And then the dogs come into our bedroom and disturb her, and yeah, it's a whole thing. So, let's go adventure. Goodbye, kitty. Again? Okay. We're off. Okay. I think everything is going okay. Not muted. Everything good. Alright. We are good to go do a little bit of riding our boat to explore the map. Yeah. You know, I'm feeling the urge. I need to go through all that and trim it down and get the extra and plant it. Not yet. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Well, let's let those grow. It's already making it 4 times what it was when we planted them. And there's my horse. Goodbye, horse. I do have a tag, so if I ever get people joining me, I will open that up that people can name my animals. For now, I'll just leave them unnamed. Okay, so we're gonna follow the coast to the right out of here. We'll just follow the coast, see what we see. Actually, let me pause for just a moment and we will switch our view to here. And let's see. Yeah, you can see we're already making progress. The advanced lead tracks all the different biomes that you've been through. So part of filling in this map, it gives us a chance to go ahead and travel through some of these sections. So we're making pretty good progress. Yeah, there's some there that I've never seen. There's the whole sulfur thing that I don't think I've ever seen before. So looking forward to exploring some of the new ones that I just don't have experience with. Let's see, eroded sulfur. The dripstone we did. That's what we've been finding instead of diamonds. There's a lot of dripstone. Lush sounds cool. And then the deep dark. I know I've been to the deep dark in my PlayStation world. And that is something I'm not ready for in this one. And it's one of those things where you can easily just spend tons of time down there because you're being sneaky and quiet and trying not to get killed. And I'm the type of person that I want to collect everything that's there. So I will spend a lot of time in the deep dark once we get to that part of our exploration. But for now, let's get back into Minecraft. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and... I have the advancedly scroll at the top, but I'm going to go ahead and take that off for now. And we can just pop that back up later when we're at a point where we're focused on more than just finding diamonds and getting diamond armor. Alright, so let me switch back to the Minecraft and back to the game, and we're off. We got dolphins to greet us as we're exiting. Very nice. Oh, it sounds like it's coming with us. I hear it. Yeah, I like when the dolphins swim with you. It's a nice feature. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Nautilus. The Nautilus is a new thing. I just saw a couple down there. Well, I did see them. Oh, there it is. So there's a Nautilus there. I don't really know what's going on with the Nautilus, and I've already picked up some Nautilus armor, which I couldn't equip it, so I'm not sure how the Nautilus armor works. I don't know if that's something that's like the way you can modify your armor, so maybe you can turn armor into a Nautilus version of your armor. I figure it's something along those lines, but I'll either figure it out or do some research on it when we get to that part. That's probably what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to try to play things, and then I'll do research in between. Because I will have goals more specific after we do this a little bit longer. Right now, it's just still kind of in that basic getting started thing. I do need to look up what the world record is, because as long as it would take me to do all these advancements, I want to know what somebody like racing through, trying to do it as fast as possible, how quickly somebody can actually do that. I think when I was looking at some of my old Minecraft videos that I had in a playlist, there was like somebody who beat Minecraft in like 55 seconds or something ridiculous. I mean, like beat the game, like, and it was just like some way that you were able to like glitch the system, and just, it was amazing. I mean, they showed the guys at YouTube and they couldn't believe that somebody did it. And then I don't know if they fixed it or if they just kept it in there because they thought it was cool the way somebody did it. That's a neat little island. If I was playing and I just wanted to live on an island, I think this is the place I would choose. Because I have done games like that. So we're all just starting a new world, make a boat, find a cool place, and then just, I live on that island. This is definitely an island I would choose. You have a nice central little opening there. You got some cool adventure down in the water. Probably also have drown now at this point in the game. You got some trees to get started. You got some interesting things off in the distance to go explore. Yeah, this would be a perfect little starter island if you just want to, not like a sky block, but just kind of just live in one spot. You could live here. You could play in this little island for hours and hours. Days, weeks, months. All right, back in the boat. Onward. Yeah, we've covered a good bit of this map already. Yeah, I was looking at my daughter. She will tend to fill in her maps in creative mode. So, yeah, I came in from working some projects in the garden. She had Minecraft on. She was playing it. But she was in creative mode with a map in her hand, kind of like what I've got now. But instead of in a boat, she was up in the sky, flying around, filling in her map. It's like, I get that. It's not the way I like to play, but I get other people playing like that. It's like she doesn't like building bridges in like normal survival. She likes doing it in creative. I guess she's fallen off too many times building bridges. But yeah, she was saying that's like one of her things, is she would always go into creative to build those types of bridges in her game. I'm seeing some lights out in the water. I want to go check that out. It's not a monument. That's just like a... That is really cool. I mean, it's already drowned there waiting on me, but that one looks pretty cool. I have to remember that one's there, and we can come back and explore that one sometime. I know there's a lot of different things that we'll need to explore those to find, like some of the stuff for the armor, things like that. So that's later, once I've got the water breathing. I don't like doing those types of things when I'm like gasping for air 2 seconds down and not going to be able to really explore it. Okay, what is this? What is that? It's like a remnant of something, but it... What is that? I mean, it's not like a biome remnant because it still counts as taiga. What? I don't get it. Some clay? Is that like a little... I don't know. Yeah, gotta see what this is. I mean, I don't know if completely destroying it's really going to tell me what it was, but it has a feel like it's going to have a chest or something. Oh, no, that's... Yeah, that breaking sound. I think that's one that I have to use the little feather duster, so I think I just... Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, yeah, that's what that is. Alright. We'll remember that's there, and I'm not going to mess with other ones when I find them until I'm ready to do that. Yeah, there's some things that it was new when I played it last time, so I've only done it once, so it's not like one of those memories that's kind of like stuck with me that, yeah, that's what that is in Minecraft. I mean, there's like stuff that's been there since the beginning that's just, you know, second nature to know that's in the game. And then there's other stuff like the sniffers. It's like I know that's a thing, but I wouldn't know how to do the sniffer stuff the first time. I would have to like look that up to like refresh my memory on what worked, how you had to do it, how you like the game mechanic for them to find things, and then what you actually do with the stuff they find. And I know the breeding was kind of interesting. Yeah, I do need. I'm gonna do it at some point. Is I'm gonna do a broadcast from my PlayStation to where I do a tour of my world where I did everything 3 years ago, because I did everything in that game. That was the most time I ever spent in a Minecraft world. I'm liking the different textures or skin pack kind of things for the different animals. I'm saying that now when I'm trying to find that last cat to tame, or you know, any other little variant kind of thing like that that's in the game now. Okay, is that Lapis that's right there? Let's see. I think it is. Yep. Sorry, get the right button there. All right, and let's grab our iron pick. Probably easier to go from the side. Yeah, I don't know why I want it. I think it's just because it's in a weird spot like that. It's just Lapis, but I'm gonna need it at some point. But it's a whole lot easier to get it when I'm not in the water until I get the armor that's enchanted to be able to allow me to get that easier. All right, just a little diversion. Yeah, we got 12 from those two. That's pretty nice. Yeah, watching those leaves fall from the trees is distracting. Alright. Looks like that's about it. See more water over there. Okay, I do have a bed, so I could just go ahead and reset it to morning now. Let's see. We have a lot of ocean to explore, so we can fill in the ocean part during the night. Got some cool trees up on that hill there. That'll be fun to explore later. Okay, I'm seeing all the wolves. Which I like the wolves, especially when they're fighting the skellies that are out at night. I just love that mechanic that the wolves go after the bones. Which I guess there's a reason why cats and creepers have their interaction. I guess that one's not as self-explanatory, at least to me. I know, maybe that makes sense. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be a dead end. Or very close to it. Looks like that's still a dead end if we broke through it. Because you can break blocks while you're in the boat, and that lets you stay in the boat and continue on sometimes. You know, I was just thinking I should have put a candle on that little island that I said would be, or sorry, I put a torch on the island that I said would make a good little base. I usually like marking those types of things, so it's like, yeah, I've been here. Even if I'm not gonna live there or do anything, I'm still kind of claiming it. And it gives you like little spots out in the ocean when you're traveling around too. It's nice to have a landmark when you're in just a huge ocean. If you don't have the map on you, definitely. Spider up there just waiting to pounce. Yep. Heard it make a noise as I went by. That was the moon behind the tree. That was a cool little lighting effect. Yeah, I haven't noticed it on the PC, but when I was just kind of checking out my old world, and I don't know if it was a thing back when I played that world, but there was a lot of like the sun would shine through trees and it would leave a shadow on the ground. And if you're like standing up on a cliff, you could see your shadow on the land below you, that type of thing. I don't remember that being part of the game before. Okay, that is a weird little sparkle in the water. Is that just like a tiny little island with 2 of those little firefly bushes on it? Let's look at our map, see where we're at. Yeah, we've been there before. Okay, yeah. So we've already gotten to the point where we're filling in ocean. So I should travel west a little bit. And then we'll travel south from here. Yeah, this is a cool little spot. Just a little rest stop. Nice place to throw a bed and continue on. Nice little firefly effect. Yeah, speaking of firefly, I mean, you can't really see it the way my camera's set up, but yeah, up on the shelf above me, I have all of the Funko Pop firefly set. Wife got me those. That was a present one year for Christmas, birthday, something. But yeah, I think that's really cool. Had to find a place to put all those. All right, 1 smoothie down, 2 to go. Let's do the peach and oat. Save the berry for last. That is a smoothie that you have to chew. Yeah, the oats really make that a chewy kind of drink. All right, let's check our map, and we will head a little bit west and then due south. No, that's probably good. All right, we'll head due south. We'll just start filling in the map a little bit. I was just thinking, part of what we're doing is looking for diamond. I don't know that while we're looking in ocean, we're going to find a spot that we can get diamond. There might be a deep ocean or something where we could see it, but I don't think until well, you know, I put 2 bottles of underwater breathing in my chest before I left. Probably should have brought those with me. Yeah, that also would have saved my life when I died in the ship last time. Yeah, I definitely learned my lesson on that one. Don't go through the little doorways like that. That's cool. That's like a broken portal underwater. And that's the one that we kind of went out of our way to go see, which looks really cool. Oh, they're coming after me there. But didn't look like they had tridents, like they were just normal drown. And while I'm just holding a button to go straight. That would make a really good morning smoothie. You get your oats in there and you're full. You're good for the day. Well, good till a later lunch anyway. Alright. We'll continue south. Yeah, this is the one I said that I should put a torch on, but it's nighttime. I don't know if I should put a torch on at night. We'll put a torch over here on this little spot. We'll claim that corner of the island. Because depending on what else we find, I may end up making that a base. I do like that idea. Okay, yeah, we need to kind of angle a little bit or else we're going to miss part of it. Yeah, it does give you a pretty good circle when you're filling in a map like that, when you've got it like all the way out. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, we're getting it all. A little bit more and we can turn due south. Okay, we are in deep ocean. A little bit more. Ooh, let's not get zapped. We got zapped. I think. I see the particle effects. I'm just not going to see the ailment on me until I get out of the boat. Because right now I just see the boat. Which, yeah, let's go ahead and store that in the boat. I'm barely losing any of my hunger there. Just slightly hungry. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. This is a lot of fun doing the live stream. I'm liking the feeling of it. I've watched so many people do live streams over the years. Actually doing it myself, it feels like a different world, you know? It's like you can see somebody ride a bicycle when you're a kid, but until you ride it yourself, you don't appreciate the experience. Or I guess to make that more real, I guess it would be the first time you actually run in a 3K, race or something. You actually, you're doing a competition kind of thing or something where you're sharing it or experiencing it with others. Once I have people watching and I'm experiencing with others. Right now I'm doing this for myself. I'm the only one viewing it. Yeah, I really can't talk after I drink some of that. That is a chewy drink. But yeah, what I was going to say is it's really cool looking at my phone and seeing somebody live streaming, and that's me. I'm doing that. That's just really cool. My little Father's Day present to myself. I get to do a little live stream for a while and have fun. But I do have work tomorrow, so this is not going to be a 5-hour live stream like it was last night. I may do that again on the weekend, but yeah, definitely not on a work night. Work is definitely picking up, so it's going to be a really busy week of work. So it may be end of the week before I get a chance to live stream again. Maybe like an hour or something during the week. That's probably about the limit. I think that was one of the magma blocks kind of doing the little downward water elevator thing. Alright, yeah. It's not going to take too much to fill in the rest of the map on land after we finish the ocean. Okay, I see another ship over there. That's what I'm staring at. There's another ship over there in the water. Should I go visit the ship? Because this is a new part of the map I haven't been to. I've had mixed results with going into those. I think I have to risk it just to kind of get over the last experience of the death in there. Yeah. Yep, there we go. Yeah, in my a little practice game that I was doing, just getting used to the controls of things before I started this one. There we go, got another map. I actually didn't make a base, but I made kind of like a little rest spot here and did like a little temporary exploratory base on this little strip that's above. Just, sat there and I would fish all night because nothing spawns around you. You're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So it's kind of like having your own little island, little upside down ship. Okay, there's a chest back there. We're going to get all of our air first. Or we're going to walk to the other end and dig through. That would be the smarter way to go, right? But then we mess up our beautiful upside down ship. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go the other way. Dig through or go... Yeah, why don't we go ahead and we'll dig in, because it's right there. I don't remember the suspicious stew. Was that something that it could be any effect? So it's kind of just random chance you get a good one or a bad one. You're just kind of testing your luck with it. Oh, I thought I got stuck there for a second. All right. So I think it's just the 2 chests. So I think we're good for now. We'll store those. And wow, that was a lot of wheat in there. Jungle planks and spruce planks. You know, to save space, I'm just going to turn that into sticks once I get a chance. Actually, if I do that, I can get a chance right now. There we go. Save some space. Okay, and then we were heading this way. Yep. Onward. While I'm pressing a button, I'm going to have another chewy kale smoothie. As one you definitely got to chew. Well, okay, I'm looking off to the right there. Is that a sunken ship and that's the sails for it? Pretty sure that's what that is, but I'm not doing that until I've got the underwater breathing and better equipment. Looks like a death trap at this point to me. Very tempting death trap, but a death trap nonetheless. 1 dot. There we go. Got it. And then north again. I do like completing maps. It's just, I don't know, somehow relaxing, just going out exploring, just seeing what you see and filling in a map. You have a reason why you're doing it. And ideally, you know where your destination is on there so that you can get back once you've filled in the map. Like I said, I typically will have like a map that size, like a 3x3 of that on a wall somewhere in my base. I will just go out and explore and fill in those maps. And especially as you start looking for some of the, I don't know, harder to find things like the woodland mansions. What is that? That looks really cool. All right, yeah, we'll come back to that. Squirrel. Yeah, that's, I always say that, and me and my sister is from just that little thing that just gets you just completely just, oh, I gotta go chase that now. I think there was a dog in a movie or something that was the thing. Was that Up? Yeah, that was Up. Yeah. So that's always the thing with us is squirrel. Is that copper? Yeah, it's copper. Yeah, don't need that. And that island's not too big, so let's go ahead and circle this island and completely clear that from our map if we can. I think it's island. Doesn't seem connected. Yes, and I'm seeing that over there and I'm drawn to it and really want to go explore it, but I'm not going to. Not yet. Definitely later. I gotta think where I want to have a base. Because if I'm gonna do all the stuff, then I'm gonna need a base at some point. And sooner rather than later, probably. Let's see. Which way do we want to explore this? We have gone all the way up, so I think it's just filling in this whole section of the map. Yeah, I'm gonna start. I know we're eventually gonna, well, no, we have to clear that. Let's go east. Because we still have that little land on the west that we need to clear, and that, ooh, the dangerous polar bear area down there in the bottom left. Yeah, we might save that until later. I definitely want to explore that, but that was a whole lot of polar bears down there last time when we rode by in our boat, safe at distance, you know, couldn't get us. That's some weird little glitchy blocks that are just kind of sitting there. Yeah, sometimes when you see those, it'll complete the picture when you get closer. Oh, I have to go closer. Yeah, it's part of the map to complete. Oh, that is so tempting to just explore all of that. Alright, we're scouting this trip. Okay, yeah, I see where that is on the map, so I think I can find that again if I wanted to. Or I can at least get close enough that I can see it at night. Yeah, the oceans are so much more interesting than they were like back in the early days of the game. It used to be just nothingness. There was no Nautilus, no, I don't know, dolphins. I'm not sure when they introduced dolphins. You didn't have all these fish out here like you do now. Definitely didn't have the kelp. Didn't have all these cool little, you know, abandoned buildings, you know, these ruins and cool little features to visit underwater. So, yeah. It's kind of like I play a lot of No Man's Sky as well, and it's one of those games that they just keep making it better. And you bought the game years ago and you're done paying for it, yet it just keeps getting better over the years, and you just want to keep going back to it. Yeah, in fact, there's an expedition going on right now with No Man's Sky that I need to complete. I finished the first 2 of 3 phases, so I need to finish the other one. I think there's like, it's running for 2 months, so I've got, you know, maybe 7 more weeks left, something around there. I'm not sure, but yeah, I need to go ahead and finish that one because I've done every expedition in No Man's Sky since it first came out. Or since they first came out with expeditions. It wasn't something that was originally in the game. It's one of those extra features they added over the years. And I love playing the expeditions. I mean, I played it so much that that's usually the only time I do play it. Like when they came out with the VR, I did that for a while. That got me back into it. Other than that, yes, mostly the expeditions. There was a period when I was doing like all the cooking stuff. I cooked everything that was in the game at that point. Had a spreadsheet and was tracking down where to get all the ingredients, which that was impossible to find some of the ones that you had to find to get some of those items. They were like, you know, really multiple saves, because it used to be where none of your saves sync together for Quicksilver items. That was one of the nicest things they added, is where you could do it on different saves and then just pick it up because you had opened it up, so that you can just go to any of the Quicksilver merchants and yeah, you can get all your items on your main. I have like one save that's like my main one, so I was playing lots of other ones, and then things transitioned from I think the PS4 to the PS5 with how the saves worked. So I had so many there that I couldn't transfer all of them because you were limited to like 5, so I had to like choose the ones that I wanted to go over. So I was trying to consolidate things into the right one so that I could get all the stuff once I moved over. So yeah, I played a lot of video games before I decided I wanted to be a farmer and needed to learn how to be a farmer. So yeah, this is something I may have ended up doing if I hadn't got the farmer dream. But I kind of got the farmer dream from playing video games. Because yeah, during the pandemic, I was living on a farm in Farming Simulator. That was my alternate reality during the pandemic. I had the heavy machinery bundle, so I had like a little side controller that had like all the buttons to control like all the lumber equipment and all your different farming stuff. Had the steering wheel and the pedals. Yeah, I was driving tractors around my living room. And even had the kids doing it and everything. I mean, we would take turns doing different things in certain fields. Yeah, I just got the debuff from going too close to that, but filling in the map. We're going to be in the boat for a while. It'll wear off. Which actually, let's check. How does that show now? Let's see, do I have to get rid of the book to see it? Yeah, how do I see the effect on me? I don't know. I was thinking you would see the debuff I'm not sure how that works. It's been a while since I played Minecraft. I forget some of those little details like that. Yes, we're on day 40, and we still don't have diamonds. And I was going to play till about 10:30 or so. So, don't know if I want to split that into exploration and looking for diamonds, or just finish the map and then focus on diamonds next time. Chewy, chewy. Yum. It's delicious, but yeah. There's rolled oats, and the peaches is most of the flavor. It covers up the kale. You don't even notice there's kale in there. It's peaches and oats. So that'd be a really good breakfast smoothie. I got some glow squids down there. That's really cool. Actually, I want to take a look at that. Yeah. So there must be like a deep ravine. I don't know if they just spawn in the ocean. I think they have to be in a ravine to spawn. I don't know. Alright, yeah, let's get that little bit. And then we'll head east again. Yeah, this is mostly just a relaxing, riding in a boat, filling in a map. Just a chill live stream. That so far I think is just me. Nobody said hi anyway. Somebody could pop in and out and not say hi, and I don't know if I would even be able to notice. I don't think there's anything that shows me that. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I do see the YouTube studio within the OBS. So it shows me concurrent views and views. Right now, I'm the only viewer. And my initial chat didn't count, so I wonder if my chats count. Still shows chat rate 0. So I'm not sure if my chats count. Because I did do a little welcome to the journey and happy Father's Day. But technically I did that before I did start live stream, so I think it actually has to be after the live stream starts for it to count. Here, let's do a little quick test. Hello. Yeah, chat rate didn't go up, so my chats don't count. Alright, and onward. This is just chill, fun. I'm enjoying this. Yeah, after editing my long-form videos for my main channel, it's hard to have dead air, you know, because like you edit out the ums and the long pauses and all those kind of things just to make your videos more, I don't know, concise, less fluff to them. So yeah, it's hard for me to just sit here and not talk. I'm working on the ums. I have a lot of ums, but also have a lot of likes and so's and alrights. Yeah, it's those words you don't realize you say all the time until you hear yourself, or you have to read a transcript of what you said. And, you know, I tend to edit out some of the ums and stuff like that. You know, yeah, I say you know a lot. So, see, so that's kind of my filler word is so. It's like a pause before I say something instead of it's my I'm thinking word. And you know, I don't even hear myself say you know most of the time. I did it there on purpose, but it's one of those I will look at a transcript and it's like, did I really say it? Because I don't even hear it if I'm listening to the transcript sometimes. Because I like to edit out those so that they're, you know, don't have all the fluff words in them, even if I said them. So that if somebody's reading the captions, they don't have to read all the extra words. Ooh, zombie Nautilus. What? What? Oh my god, that's a thing? I'm gonna die in the middle of the ocean. F3.
Eric_KJ was
Oh my gosh, what the heck? There are zombie Nautilus riders that destroy your boat in the middle of the ocean? What? Alright, I guess we're doing a corpse run in this game. Was not expecting that. I'm back, kitty. Yeah. Zombie on the Nautilus killed me. Wow. Okay. I don't even know what to think about that. Okay, and I didn't look at the coordinates either. Excuse me while I watch my video. What were my coordinates? Oh, no. Okay, see, that's the beautiful thing. I'm doing a live stream. Alright, so my coordinates were -1220, -1829. I can pause my live stream on my screen there where I was watching it. And yeah, we can go back and recover our stuff. Wow. Did not know that was a thing. That's scary. Alright, we're just going to take a boat. Now, when it destroyed our boat, everything in the chest get destroyed too? Wow. Okay, -1220, -1829. Or -1830. Okay, -1220 and -1830. And do I take the other map? I don't think I take the other map for this. Alright, yeah, we're going to use the debug to go for that one. That was crazy. Zombie Nautilus. I saw it in the sounds. And I just made a comment about it when my boat just poofed and I was out in the ocean without a boat. Oh my. Yeah, everything in the middle of the ocean. Alright, well, I know what I'm doing for the rest of my live stream if I'm ending in 18 minutes. Alright. Wow. Alright. Rowing, rowing. We got a little ways to go. That is so crazy. I can't get over zombie Nautilus in the middle of the ocean and I'm dead. Tried shooting him with an arrow. Knew that wasn't going to help, but it's the only thing I could think to do. I didn't know. I couldn't get away from it. Well, how do you fight that? Yeah, if you encounter that, what are you supposed to do? I mean, run away, but wow. Yeah, I'm focused on one direction, then well, I guess I can hit it more of an angle and be a little bit quicker. So -1220, -1829. Yeah, we're almost at the -1220, and then we'll just head due north. Yeah, we'll go ahead and start angling. I don't think there were any obstructions or anything. Wow. Was not expecting that. Okay. That's scary. Yeah, I was talking about, you know, in the old days, there was nothing in the ocean. Didn't know that was a thing in the ocean. Crazy. Alright, well that, memorable. I will not forget that happened from this live stream. Father's Day live stream, I got killed by a zombie on the Nautilus. Okay, another 800 blocks. Oh my goodness. Hopefully I can recover all my stuff. it should all be floating on the surface. That's the nice thing with the ocean is yeah, it was open ocean. So yeah, I should just be riding my boat around in a circle. I don't think it'll still be there. Didn't think about that. Am I going back to die again? Or will I be safe getting back close enough to get my stuff? Alright. Oh my. Wow. Okay, I can do this. Alright, 300 blocks away. Alright, I'm keeping an eye out. Every Nautilus is in the water. But at least now I know to look out for it, so at least I'm, you know, pre-warned that I could die. It's not just random, oh, I'm in the middle of the ocean, I'm safe. Nothing's gonna hit me in the boat. Yeah. Okay, I saw something there, but... Oh, that's him. He's still there. Is he guarding something? What? Okay, I mean, I see temple kind of thing there. He's not associated with that. I mean, I thought the zombies on spiders were scary. That is just insane. Okay, well, I'm within range of my stuff, so I need to get to it. Okay. Oh, there it is. There's my stuff. Oh, wow. That is all spread out, too. I'm not going to get that all at once. Oh, and there he is. Oh, there he is. I'm going to lose all my stuff. Yeah, save me. There's a dolphin over there. Keep him away. Yeah, it's throwing me off all the kelp that's floating around too. Okay, thankfully I didn't have a completely full boat. Thank you, dolphin. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I need a pet dolphin to be with me in the boat now. Okay, yeah, I need to put stuff on. Pants, boots. I can switch boats. And then I can pick up everything else, put things in boat. And I can organize things later. Let's get everything in the boat. Alright. Let's pick everything up before it despawns. Oh, there's the Lapis that I took the diversion for earlier. Okay. It's got to be close. Thank you, dolphin. Oh my goodness. That dolphin is amazing. Thank you. You're keeping the Nautilus away. Okay. Is that everything? I think the only thing I see now is kelp. Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything else floating. Thank you so much, dolphin. Oh my goodness. That dolphin is amazing. Okay. Yeah, let's get organized again while I still have a dolphin protecting me. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where everything goes here. I had 4 bags. Bed, there. Yeah, there's no there. There we go. That, and see, that goes there. This goes here. That was there. Map ID is the one that goes in my shield spot. Yeah, fishing pole and shield can stay where they're at. That goes there. I don't need that right now. Was there anything else I need? treasure map I picked up. We can do that another time. Okay, yeah. I would not have been able to get all that without the dolphin protecting me. Yeah, that is the best dolphin ever. Thank you, dolphin. If I had fish, you would get them all. I don't have fish. Wow. Okay. Back in the boat. And we will take that one with us once it comes back up. Alright, what else do we need? I think that's all the stuff. I mean, some things here are things that we brought with us that were in my inventory, but they don't have to be there. Let's see, that. Okay, I think that's a reasonable organization of things. And we'll keep the boat in case we need to sleep somewhere. It is getting dark. Alright. What was left? Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot. Ah! Where's my dolphin buddy? Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm gonna die again. Alright. Let's try to get far away. Negative 1160, negative 1833. Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's build another boat. Crap. Alright, yeah. Just when I was feeling like we were good, I waited too long. I should have done the organization stuff when I was far away from the scary thing. Alright, got a boat. Oops. Didn't actually collect the boat. Alright. Sleep. Okay. I think the trick is have a spare boat in my hotbar so that if something bad happens, I can put down another boat. Let's make a second boat. Alright, so we're going to be in a boat, and we're going to have a boat ready to toss down at a moment's notice. Was not thinking that was going to be the end of my live stream. Alright. Two smoothies down. Now we got the banana berry. Yummy. Juicy. Alright. So we'll place that one down. Put that one into our inventory. One block away. Alright. Off we go again. Negative 1220, negative 1829. Okay, you know. Oh, I don't have any viewers because I paused it on that screen, so I'm not actually viewing myself. I was about to say, I haven't had any viewers except for myself, and I'm not a viewer at the moment. Here, we'll catch that back up. I know where I'm going. Not too far from where I died last time. We can angle a little bit straighter toward it this time, though. Because I'm going further north than I am west. Ah, wow. Why did I not organize my stuff safely on land, off in the distance? Okay. So we know that he's there. Do we have a dolphin friend this time? I see dolphin swims and dolphin whistles. So we definitely want to keep a dolphin with us if we can. Yeah, that is kind of encouraging as we're doing this, that I'm seeing the dolphin whistles and dolphin swims in my sound. Hopefully he stays with me the whole trip out there. I don't know, did they give up after a while? I think they'll follow a boat indefinitely. But yeah, stay with me, dolphin. Almost to 1,000. Alright, we're going to turn more north. Wow. Can't believe I died twice tonight from a zombie Nautilus that I didn't even know was a thing until it killed me. Okay, so this time I know what I need to do to recover things. I need to get in a boat, or I need to get in my boat with the chest as quick as I can so that I can pick up all the extra stuff. I need to put on my armor if I don't get the boat right away. And I need to not stay around and get killed by it again. I don't need 3 deaths from it in one night. I'm wondering, is that a random spawn or is he guarding something at that location? Is that a thing now? That's the protector? Kind of like the stuff that guards a water monument? Okay, I still have a dolphin swimming. I mean, there's that monument there, but that's not where he's at. He's over at all the kelp pile there. I mean, I see some stuff on the shore straight ahead. Okay, where is he? Alright, well, I'm close enough. Where is my stuff? Should be close enough to see it, right? Okay, it's gotta be somewhere around here. It was in the 12, 18, it was further south. There it is. Oh, and he's already attacking? Okay, there's a boat. Okay, as long as I'm hearing the little collecting things. Alright, and I'll sort, put on armor. There's my boat. Okay, I gotta put on armor. Is there any other armor there? I don't see the armor. Boots, hat, pants. There we go. Alright, and where's my boat? There it is. No? Nope. Okay, I've got 2 boats, but they're not the right boat. Map. Let's not lose that. Okay. Oh, there it is. Finally got it. Okay. Let's put you there. Let's get out, get the other boat. Something to break the boat, something to break the boat. Okay, anything else in the water? Okay, we got room. That's what I was looking for. My axe, so I could chop my boat. Okay, is there anything else in the water? Okay, boat and blocks. And still got my guard. There's a Nautilus, but it's not that Nautilus. Okay, dolphin, where do I need to go? Where's the safe place? Scarily, I think the safest place is toward that water monument, because I don't think they would be over there. Although that is heading back in that area. I don't know where he is now, so I'm scared I'm gonna encounter him again as soon as I'm not expecting him. But let's get away, far, far away. Alright, yeah, we're getting back up to the north part of the map where we've been before, and he wasn't there before. Hopefully he didn't follow us. I hope we still have our dolphin escort. Alright, we're almost off the map. Okay. Alright, I gotta stand up, and we'll put the map there. And back in the boat, and now we can get organized. Well, let me... Yep. Okay, let's get organized. Okay. That is not me. That goes there. That goes here, here. Alright, excuse me while I get everything organized again. See, it's nice to have a place for everything, and then you can get everything in its place, but I kind of go extreme with that sometimes. See that. I mean, it does help when you're reaching for that one thing you need to survive. You know where to find it consistently. We'll save that for later. Extra boats for later. Extra bed in case I need it. Well, nope. Did I put a bed away somewhere? Got a bunch of extra boats. Which map is that? Okay, that's another treasure map. So we got 2 treasure maps. Okay. Books, blocks, that's the other one. Okay. Put that there, put that there. Hold on to that. Okay. I think we're organized. I don't think we really lost anything. But, oh my goodness. I was not expecting that to be what I was doing during this live stream, was recovering twice from a Nautilus, or a zombie on a Nautilus. And the problem is I'm still trying to finish my map, and I'm heading back that way. I'm actually going by the water monument first, which I don't think he has anything to do with the water monument. Yeah, that's the Guardians. Oh, there he is. Now I've got the effect on me. I can check to see how that... Okay, it shows up. It's at the top right part of my screen. Okay. Whew. Wow. Okay, that looks cool. Is that an abandoned portal? Alright. And it is 10:30, so I'm thinking I do need to wrap this up because I don't want to stay up too late on a work night. Although that's less of an issue now that my commute is to be sitting right where I'm sitting tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Instead of having to get in a car, drive for an hour and 15 to an hour and 45, and on a horrible day, 4 hours to get to the office. At least all I have to do is walk down the stairs. Oh, bubbles and bubble whirl. Okay, so I think it was went over a magma block. Alright, I think we're going to finish this little part, and we're not going to do the land tonight. After that whole zombie Nautilus thing, that kind of wiped out a lot of what I was wanting to try to get done tonight. Still need diamond. We didn't get any advancements tonight. But, yeah, I'm not rushing through it, and I'm having fun playing. Definitely got my memorable experience. That was insane. Can't believe I died twice. I'm just glad I didn't die 3 times. I should not say that while I'm still within 100 blocks of the thing. I could make the wrong turn and die again. I shouldn't have said that out loud, right? Yeah. Alright, now we're heading east, and then we're going to head south once we're far away. We're going for distance away from death. I'm going to go to them at least 1,000, and then I can turn off the debug. Yeah, I don't like playing with the debug unless it's there for a specific reason. It feels like I'm in cheat mode having the debug even on the screen. Having the day and the biome I like. That's a nice little thing to be aware of. It's something that you wouldn't know the name of the biome you're in. So I think that's fair. And then since I'm trying to get all the advancements, although I'm not rushing, just knowing how many days I'm into the game, especially since I'm live streaming and kind of, tracking, oh, that's what I did those days. All right, now let's pretty much just due south. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. All right, well, nobody's joined me. I'm wondering if it's my thumbnail. I probably need to try changing my thumbnail to something more interesting that might draw in people. So I might play around with that during the week and try something different by next time I do a live stream. I mean, it's what I'm doing and it scores well with vidIQ, but it's not necessarily something I would click if I was wanting to watch somebody play Minecraft. So yeah, I'll come up with a thumbnail I can use for the series and just kind of use the same one for all the live streams. Be another little thing I can learn is making a nice thumbnail that will get people to actually join me on this little adventure. This is probably going to be a year's worth of gameplay at the speed I'm doing it. Yeah, it looks really cool at night, just seeing the Guardians in front of that one with all the seaweed around it. Spooky. Catching my breath from that little adventure. That was just... oh my. Well, that's why I wanted to play it, just see the new stuff. Got to see some new stuff tonight. Alright. Should probably put a little harbor or something to where I'm having to turn when I get here. So if I don't have a map, I'm not guessing where on the coast I'm going for. I think it's kind of obvious, but I know there were a couple of little places you could go in before that. Yeah, we'll get a torch ready. I might throw a torch down. Just to give me a little marker. I was looking at the horses up there to see if they were normal horses. Because I know there's like skeleton horses that'll appear sometimes. Yeah. Wait, was that the spot there? Yeah. So we'll put torch here. Oh no! Wow, that made that all fall. There we go. We'll put a torch there. And we'll put another one over here by the zombie and get away before he hits me. Alright, so in between those two torches is home. Alright, almost home. Pretty sure nothing's going to kill me this close to home. Except maybe the random creeper that I didn't see, but I'm getting out of the boat and I'm running straight into my house. I will unload the boat next time. I'm already past 10:30. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Alright, well, as I'm racing back to my little humble abode here in the village, thank you for watching. Well, not for watching the live stream because I'm the only one watching, but thank you me for watching my own live stream. You saved me by having the coordinates up on the screen so I could get back to my body. And there we go. See, that's why you have a pressure plate out inside your door like that. If he would have got in, I wouldn't turn around in time to keep him from getting in. Alright, gotta unpack the ship when I play again, or my little boat. Pretty sure I can't sleep. Yeah, monsters are too close. May have to go kill monsters when I come back in so I can sleep, or wait for them to go to the other side of the house or something so they're far enough away. Yep, 2 beds. There we go. I'll let them go ahead and die, and we'll start fresh on day 43 next time. Alright, and keep an eye out for anything they may have dropped when I get back in. Alright, that was fun. Unexpected horror there from the zombie on a Nautilus. And 2 death run, or corpse runs there. Wow, fun times. Alright, well, any fathers that watch this, no, not tonight, but in the future, happy Father's Day. And had a lot of fun playing, and I will be doing this again. This is so much fun. I'm really enjoying doing the live streams, just going through the experience of setting it up, having all the displays, feeling like I'm a YouTuber doing gaming live streams, because I've watched thousands of hours of that over the years. So this is just really cool, being on the other side of it, sitting in front of a Blue Yeti mic, got my webcam in front of me, got the OBS, got the Minecraft. This is awesome. I'm looking forward to, hopefully someday I have viewers and I can do this as a community thing and just have people joining me on this crazy adventure. That's going to be so much fun. Looking forward to that. It's going to happen someday. I stick with it. I'll get a few people watching me. I just need to package it so that it's more interesting for people to join, because I think people would like watching this. They just don't know that they want to watch it. The packaging isn't good enough to get the views yet. I'll work on it. That's part of why I'm doing it. This is something I need to learn. All right, well, gonna end it there. It's already 10 minutes past when I was gonna stop, so we will go ahead and no advancements tonight. We're still at 21 of 126, I think. I get my mouse on the right screen there. Here we go. Yeah, we're at 22 of 126. So we are making a little bit of progress, but we have a long way to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream there. Thanks for watching the recording once it's in the playlist. And yeah, go ahead and subscribe, leave me some chat, let me know you enjoyed it, the things I can do, what I should focus on, stupid mistakes you saw me make. Just having a good time with this, and I would appreciate feedback to help me improve, or just to let me know somebody enjoyed it. All right, well, see you next time. Goodbye. And click.